I don't know if it's just me or what, but I was so excited for Trump to get back into office. For what? For what? I mean, prices are still bad. They're rising. Hell, everybody's struggling. I mean, wasn't you supposed to help us? Wasn't you supposed to? But he's not worried about us because, I mean, he's balling. He's rich. He ain't worried about it. So, I mean, I just don't understand. I went from supporting to, what are you doing for us? Making America great again? No, you're making it shit. Sorry. I may be wrong. It might, I mean, whatever, Biden did, whatever. But Trump's not making it any better. It's hard out here for everybody. It's hard. Trust me, I work at a Family Dollar. It's hard. It don't matter how much you make, okay? Everybody's struggling. Everybody. Just remember that.
Do you see the prices of turkeys? Over $60 for the baby turkey. The small turkey. I bought 3 fucking turkeys for the price of that in the fall. And I do this so I can ration food and make it last longer. Like meal prep or take the turkey apart and freeze some. Like I do everything possible to pinch fucking pennies and to make things last. We don't waste. I do it all. And here I am at the grocery store buying a $30 pack of hamburger that's going to last us 1 meal. I don't know what we're going to do, guys. I don't know what the we're going to do to survive. Because at this rate, we fucking aren't.
Greetings, my lovely people, and welcome back. Across America, frustration is boiling. Grocery prices are through the roof, and even loyal Trump supporters are now admitting that something is not adding up because week after week, the cost of basic foods like groceries, they keep on climbing, while Trump keeps on saying that the economy is doing okay, that the prices have gone down, but families are struggling just to feed their kids, just to put food on the table, you know. Survival has become a struggle, and many who cheered Make America Great Again are now asking, when does greatness actually reach the people? So let's get to see the reactions, then you come back with commentary, and kindly hit the subscribe button and share your thoughts in the comments, all right? Let's dive into it.
All right, President said he would lower costs on day one. It's almost day 300. He gave $40 billion to the Argentinians. He's giving himself $230 million. That's your money. And he's spending like $300 million on a ballroom. So let's check out the grocery store and see what he's done for us. All right, it's Halloween time. Let's see what we got here and what this is going to cost. Okay, well, how about this one? Okay, I'm gonna try a smaller pack. Maybe that's cheaper. I love Twizzlers. How much are these? Whoa. All right, let's go a little smaller. Maybe just some Reese's. Whoa.
Okay, I hadn't had a Bowman's fresh turkey thigh in a long time, so I went to go grab one. $9.22 for a normal size one. So I was wondering, I wonder what it was like a year ago. And I went back to just October of 2024, and this was how much I paid. You can check your receipts on the Kroger app, so you can know how much the prices are going up. But then I got to thinking, what if everything's like this? I said, okay, well, fuck it. Let's look at my dog's favorite treats. Abound. These are good. They fit into Kong balls and don't require cleaning. $5.49. Look what I paid for them just 1 year ago. Laura's ground beef. I love a healthy alternative to fatty beef. Look at his price. $10.99. Look at the price I paid for this just a year ago. The price of beef is wow. I'd be a dirty son of a bitch if I didn't bring up coffee. Look, this is what I get when I'm not trying to spend a bunch of money. Just the Kroger brand. I like the fancy shit, but nothing. $5.99. Let's look what I paid 1 year ago. We got dates. Dates is my favorite treat. You put some peanut butter on there and some chocolate chips. It's like a Snickers bar. My sister taught me that trick. Let's look at dates. $7.99. $7.99. Holy shit. Look at what I paid for these 1 year ago. We'll be paying $100,000 for a loaf of bread before this son of a bitch gets done ruining America.
I just spent $197 at the grocery store, and I don't even know what I bought. I walked in for eggs, milk, and maybe a treat if I was feeling wild. I walked out with financial trauma and a receipt that looks like a CVS scroll of shame. Break it down. $6.49 for a dozen eggs that I have to handle like I'm smuggling Fabergés. Milk? $4.29 for a jug of future regret because I know I'm going to forget it's in the fridge until it's chunky. Bread? Why is it $5.79 now? What part of this loaf is artisanal? It's white bread. It has one job. And don't get me started on produce. I grabbed 3 apples and the self-checkout told me that'll be $8.12. I didn't buy heirloom jewelry. I brought fruit. Why are bell peppers sold like they're concert tickets? Oh, sorry. The red one is premium seating. And then I made the mistake of walking down the snack aisle. One bag of chips, $4.79, and 85% of it is air. Honestly, the most affordable part of the experience. Want a frozen pizza? That'll be $9.99 for the privilege of disappointment in a circle. So yeah, $197 later, I'm home with 3 bags of groceries, a new fear of inflation, and a carton of Coke that expires tomorrow. The only thing that was free was my sadness, and I bagged that one myself. Text someone who needs to start a garden with me because we can't live like this.
How in the fuck can anybody afford groceries in this economy? I went in to buy stuff for one meal. One meal. Cereal, milk, snacks, eggs. I mean, like a bag full of groceries. Meat, vegetable, pasta, fresh ingredients to make a meal. And then cereal, some snacks for the kids, milk, eggs, the basics. $129. How in the fuck can anybody afford $129 for one bag of fucking groceries? I don't know. People say, oh, you need a better job. I make fucking good money. I thought I made good money. I make more now than I ever have my entire life. And I will honestly say that I struggle every fucking day. I can just barely pay my bills. But that's it. There's no savings. There's not much entertainment unless it's free. My money goes to keep the lights on, try to pay the mortgage, and keep the kids fed. That's about it. So if you're doing well and you're able to save money, congratulations, because 99, I would say probably, let's be realistic, I'd say 80 to 90% of Americans are struggling. And that's the fact, Jack.
Anybody else having a fucking mentee bee when they walk into the grocery store? Because I sure as hell am, because every time I fuck in there, the prices are so jacked up, it is impossible to fucking live. Man, impossible. Gas goes up 5 to 7 cents per day. This is ridiculous. I work hard. I went to fucking school, got my education, pay my fucking bills, bought my kids a house, did everything that I'm responsible as a fucking adult and a parent. And my paychecks are taxed up the fucking ass, and I can barely afford to live with my fucking kids. I feel sorry for all of us. All of us. I can't believe the world we're living in. I can't believe this. I don't know how we're going to survive, guys. Really don't understand, because you have one emergency happen. Your fucking car breaks down. You end up sick, you have to take a couple days off, but you've already used up your sick days because you already gotten sick this year. So you're just out money. You're out your hourly wage, you're out your daily wage, you're out. And where are you going to make that up? You can't. You can't make it up legally anyways. Apparently the fucking government just wants us to move fucking bricks to make ends meet. Like, this is fucking ridiculous. How is this fair? How is this fair? I would love to know how government officials think this is okay. Meanwhile, while they're sitting in their fucking beautiful homes, their fucking vacations, and not having to worry about a single goddamn cent that they spent. But here I am, crunching everything down to the last nickel to make sure we can survive. I don't know how any of us are going to do it. Any of us. I do my fucking taxes. I pay my fucking taxes. I do everything I'm supposed to fucking do. And what? this little fucking $100 and something I'm gonna get in April from the government is supposed to fucking make up for it? Oh yeah. Yeah, that's gonna fucking cover my kids' school snacks for sure. For fucking sure.
It can't be just me who thinks they need to go get a second, third, or fourth job to just be able to afford groceries. I have to buy groceries every 2 weeks. No matter how much I try to cut back, it's still $500-$600, and I'm drowning. It is so stressful. My kids have to eat, my bills have to be paid. Man, I just wish something would give.
I just spent $72 on stuff to make chili, and that's going to feed my family maybe 2 nights. $72. Y'all going to have to figure something out up there in Washington, D.C.
So are you conservative Republicans and MAGA ready to concede the idea that regulation is sometimes necessary? Because aren't you the party that wants to minimize government and let the free market do its thing? Well, this is what happens when you try and let the free market do its thing. Corporate greed knows no bounds, my friend. You see, because after COVID and supply chain issues forced companies to raise their prices due to the high demand and low supply, they soon realized that people were willing to pay those higher prices. And then when supply increased again and we slowly started getting back to normal, they kept the prices high. Because why the hell wouldn't they? They had all just recorded record-breaking profits in the midst of a fucking pandemic. Why on earth would they lower them now that the economy is getting back on its feet, especially considering that there's nobody willing to hold them accountable? Because conservatives love free market and less regulation. I'm sorry guys, but to honestly think that by giving companies breaks, they will choose to do the right thing and pass along the savings instead of just pocketing the difference is foolish and unrealistic. Are you finally getting it now?
What's happening right now is a painful wake-up call for millions of working-class Americans, people who believed that Trump would bring down grocery prices, create jobs, and make life affordable, are now finding themselves trapped in the exact opposite situation. Every trip to the grocery store feels like robbery, you know? A carton of eggs that once costed just $2 is now pushing, you know, milk, bread, meat. All the basics now are out of reach for millions of working families. And despite the struggles, Trump keeps on saying and repeating that the economy is doing okay, that the prices have come down. But the receipts, they don't lie. The shelves, they don't lie. The wallets of ordinary Americans, they don't lie, you know? What you are seeing now isn't just inflation. It is a direct reflection of broken promises. Trump's policies have largely favored the wealthy, big corporations, while working class people are being left picking up the pieces. So many of these voters, they compare how things were under Biden. Not perfect, but there was stability, accountability, and effort to protect the middle low-income families. Now under Trump's leadership, prices are climbing faster and wages aren't keeping up. And more Americans are juggling between 2 or even 3 jobs just to afford the basic needs, you know? The American dream has turned into a survival challenge. Our parents are skipping meals so their kids can eat. Seniors who work their whole lives are not struggling just to afford the basic necessities. When you compare Biden's era grocery prices to what we are seeing today, numbers, they don't lie. People are noticing the so-called economic recovery that Trump always boasts about that's nowhere to be found. While he keeps on blaming immigrants, Democrats, the world markets, people are realizing that leadership means taking responsibility, not making excuses. But maybe this is a chance for reflection, a chance for Americans to realize that slogans don't feed families, you know? Empty promises don't pay bills. Real leadership means caring about the people at the bottom, you know, as much as those at the top. And maybe next time, when people head to the polls, they're going to remember what it felt like to walk into a grocery store, look at the prices, and realize that they were lied to, you know? Because at the end of the day, actions speak louder than any campaign speech could ever do, you know? Thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Have a good one. I'll see you in the next video.